So I'm super late making this video. My birthday was back in December. It's March now. I was slacking. I wasn't really making YouTube videos for a couple months there. I'm back at it now. And I figured this video is better late than never. I did track my net worth back in December, so I know what my numbers were. I'm gonna use those for today's videos. And yeah, let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Josh. I am 29 years old, as the title says. I live in Los Angeles and I make videos about my finances, tracking my journey to financial freedom. So if you're interested in that sort of content, go ahead and hit subscribe, please. Helps me out a ton. Quick refresher: to calculate your net worth, you just take your assets minus your liabilities. So you take everything you own, all of your stocks, your real estate, your crypto, your precious metals, anything, any asset that you invest in, all your cash, you take that and you subtract your liabilities. So everything you owe, all your debts, your credit card debt, your mortgage, your auto loan, any personal loans, you subtract those from your assets, and that gets you your net worth. And now that we got that out the way, let's get into my numbers. So I started tracking my net worth in April of 2020, almost 6 years ago. And when I started tracking it, my net worth was sitting at like negative 25,000. Mostly that was student loans and an auto loan. And then I just didn't have any assets. So I started investing. I got up to a net worth of zero in about 3 years. So negative 25 to zero over 3 years. And then over the last 3 years, I've gone from zero to over 100. I broke 100 in, I think, August or September, and that was my last net worth update video. You can check that out. I'll link it down below in the description. I don't know why I'm pointing back here. It's down there. But yeah, and so we'll see by the end of this video if my net worth went up from there or down from there. I've been investing, but it's been a tough couple months. So starting off with my Roth IRA, this account is currently sitting at $20,031. Last year, it was sitting at under $9,000 when I turned 28. So it's grown a lot. I contributed $83.22 this year, maxing out my 2025 balance. And I had a little more I had to put in my 2024 balance to max that out as well. So I did that at the very beginning of the year, and then I maxed out my 2025, which is where we get that 8,300 number. As for what I invested in my Roth IRA, this account is 100% in VOO now, which tracks the S&P 500. I will be continuing to max this out as long as I can and continuing to put all of it in VOO for now. I'm actually going to be making a video about my investing plan for 2026. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for that. It'll probably come out in the next month or so. I'm working on getting consistent again with these videos, so give me a break if I don't hit that month, but I'm putting that out there as a promise to myself more than anything. Next up is my 401k, which was sitting at $21,727. Last year, this was also sitting around $9,000. I contributed about $5,300, and then my company matched $4,000 to that. Always take the match. I didn't invest anything more than what I needed to get that match, but at the start of the year, I think my company was matching 4% if I contributed 5%, and then they upped that at some point in the year to 5% if I contribute 6%. So I took advantage of both of those. That's why my number is a little bit higher than my employer number. I don't have that match anymore because I got a new job, but that was the job I had most of last year. I've got about 15,000 of this in the S&P 500 and the rest in a total bond market ETF. A lot of haters on bonds, but I want to have a little bit of exposure to bonds just in case we hit like a deflationary period in the markets, something goes awry. I just want to have it to be diversified. It makes me feel good about my investments, and that's the important part. I also have a brokerage account now. This is new as of last year, and it's currently sitting at $4,200. I put about $3,500 in, and then it grew up to that 42. This is invested in mostly AI ETFs. I kind of picked a basket based on a little bit of research being ChatGPT. Shout out to AI. It's done well for me so far. I don't really plan on investing more in these AI ETFs. I just wanted a little bit of exposure since I believe in the technology for now. All right, on to crypto, the controversial one. I'm sure everyone who has an opinion about it will be talking about it in the comments because you guys always do, and I love you for it. Currently, my crypto is sitting at $36,268. This is down from $45,000 when I turned 28. Last year, crypto made up about 60% of my portfolio, which was significantly higher than I wanted it to be at. My goal for crypto is to be around 20%. So this year, it's much closer to that, sitting at 35% of my portfolio. Obviously not the way I would have liked it to happen. I wanted to just keep investing in stocks and in real estate and eventually have that number come down from 60 to 20, but it had other plans, and that's just part of being in crypto. So I'm not upset about it. Still happy with this investment. I'm still up several 100% since I made my initial investment back in 2020. And yeah, the game plan here is the same. I'm not going to be investing in crypto moving forward until it's below 20% of my portfolio. When it drops below that, I will start reevaluating whether or not I want to continue buying into Bitcoin and Ethereum. But for now, I think this is going to remain over 20% of my portfolio for the next couple years. We'll see what happens, but that's just my best guess. My emergency fund is sitting at $17,000 right now. That covers about 4 to 5 months of expenses for me. I basically spend $3,500 a month if I'm not traveling, and if I'm traveling, that can go up to closer to $5,000. Just depends on the month and how much travel I'm doing. I actually hit my goal for last year, which was to have a 6-month emergency fund, but I ended up pulling out some of that money to put into a real estate deal. So technically I hit my goal, and then I moved some of that money out. So I've got a little bit more that I need to invest in this to hit that 6-month goal. And I'm going to stop at 6 months for now. That gives me a nice little buffer in case I lose my job or have some big unexpected expense. But I feel good about that. And then I can really just put all my money into investing, which will be really nice. And that brings me to my newest asset this year, which is real estate. So I invested $5,000 into a real estate syndicate that owns a 28-unit apartment building in Baltimore. Super random, I know, but my family lives in Baltimore. My dad's connected with some real estate investors there, and he put together a deal for us. This will be completely passive for me. They have a management team. I put the money in up front. I get a quarterly dividend payment. They're refurbishing the apartments right now. They plan to sell in 5 to 7 years, and then I'll get a payout from that. It's more about investing with my dad because I knew it was going to make him super happy, but then also just getting my foot in the door, starting to learn the real estate world. It's not something I've been invested in the past. I want to have some exposure to real estate. And so this was just $5,000. Let's put it in, see what happens. It should be relatively safe. I'm not going to make a ton of money off of this. It might turn $5,000 into $5,500, but I'm not expecting anything crazy from this. This is more about making connections in the real estate world than it is about making a bunch of money. So total assets comes out to $104,256. On the liability side, I don't have any debts, no credit cards, student loans, auto loans, nothing at the moment. So assets minus liabilities equals a net worth of $104,000 as of 29 years old. And just for some context, because I think it matters, last year I made about $101,000 and I was able to save and invest 29,000 of that. So my goal is always save and invest at least 25% of my income. I've been able to do that the last couple of years, which is what's helped me go from zero 3 years ago to over $100,000 in net worth. I did not make $100,000 every year the last 3 years. I started at 75 and then, well, I started at 40,000, but I bumped up to 75 pretty quickly and then 90 and then 100 over the last year. So if you're in a similar spot or you're close to or working towards that, this should give you an idea of what's possible at these numbers. If you want to know where every single dollar I spent and saved and invested went, the last video I made is about that. So that can really give you a sense of the type of lifestyle I'm able to live off of this money and how much of a sacrifice. I don't even think it's really fair to call it a sacrifice because I'm just putting money towards my future, but how much of an impact that much investing and saving has on my life. You can go check that out and do whatever you want with it. For those of you who have watched a few of my videos in the past, you know that I have a goal of hitting $1 million net worth by the time I'm 40. If we take a look at this, by the end of the year, so by December 2026, I should be sitting at $111,000. So I still have a little ways to go between where I'm at now, $104,000, and where I need to be by December 2026, about a $7,000 difference. I plan to invest at least $30,000 between now and then. So hopefully the market doesn't crash like crazy. I should be able to stay on track with this goal. But the big thing that I really need to focus on is making this $110,000 so that going into next year, I am on track. At 30, I want to be able to make $120,000. Every year it goes up by $10,000. It's an ambitious goal, as everyone's going to tell me in the comments, but so far I've been able to do that. I've gone from 27 making 90K, 28 making 100, and before that at 26 I was making 75, at 25 I was making 65. Like, I've jumped up at least $10,000 a year for the last couple years. So as of right now, I'm on track to make about $105,000. I need to figure out how to make another $5,000 to hit this goal and be able to invest that $2,500 a month. Either way, I should hit this target, but I really don't want to fall behind in increasing my income because it's going to make it harder and harder to catch back up. We'll see what happens. The point is, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I can guarantee you I'm going to work very hard to see this plan through, and I'm gonna be tracking it on this YouTube channel from now into the future so that you can follow along, see if I'm hitting my goals, hopefully grow and get your money up with me. I think that's like part of the most fun thing about these sort of YouTube videos is every year you get to see how other people have progressed year over year. And for me, it's inspiring. I watch a couple other people's net worth updates regularly. Like every time they post them, I'm locked in. I'm checking to see how they've grown and what they're doing differently each year. Cause I know for me, every year I'm changing my investments slightly. It's a really fun way to learn, see how other people are doing things, and be nosy as fuck. And I think all that's fun. So thank you for watching. I'm rambling at this point. I'm going to shut up and let you guys go back to your wonderful day. And I hope you got something from this video. If you want my net worth tracker, it is linked down below in the description. You can go check that out. It is completely free as of right now, but I am working on a paid version that's going to be like much more in-depth and functional. So keep an eye out for that. When you go get the free one, you'll have to give me your email. That is the one thing that I asked for. But as of right now, I haven't sent out a single email to anyone, but I will be updating you guys once the paid version is available. I'll be shooting out an email to all the people who got the free version, and you will get a really nice discount on the paid version. So that's just something that you should maybe be thinking about if this is something that you're interested in. Anyway, that's all. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially you guys who back me up in the comments down below. I really fuck with you guys. Yeah, take it easy. Peace.